Hi YouTube, Donald again, back with an update on the Excursion. So I got the driver's side valve cover off and did another air test while I was there with that valve cover off. Surprised to learn that the driver's side was actually way worse than the passenger side was. I did not catch that on video, but suffice to say it was basically doing the same thing, but 10 times worse easily. So I ordered standpipes and dummy plugs. I got them from a kit. I actually got it from Amazon. Here's the part number real quick for you in case you want to, I don't know, use this to do this yourself. It's not really a how-to, but just kind of an FYI. This comes with the standpipes and the dummy plugs. It also comes with a little O-ring here. This is actually for your crankcase ventilation tube. And then it comes with a plug that also goes in the oil rail. Haven't put that in yet, but I will. So when I was pulling it out, what happened to me is obviously the dummy plugs came out fine, but when I went to pull out the standpipes, they came out in two pieces. So essentially just this came out. This is the only thing that came out. Same thing on both sides. Real quick here, I'll see if this will focus. So the problem I had was the O-ring that is right on the end here. I don't know, let me try to do this to get it to focus. Yeah, so the O-ring right there on the end, you can kind of see how it's deteriorated. So this was the passenger side one that I found that was leaking. So it failed right there, and that's why it came apart in two pieces. This was the driver's side, same place, and this is the shape the O-ring was in. It was split when I pulled it out, so that's why it was so god awful. So it kind of sucks when the bottom half of the standpipe stays in the block. If you look online, a lot of people online are going to say pull the oil rail in order to then grab the pipe with a pair of pliers or something, pull it out. I said to hell with that. I didn't want to mess with the oil rail if I didn't have to. So I talked about it with a buddy, and he actually had a really good idea. What we wound up doing, I had these O-rings laying around. I work on a lot of Fords actually. These are fuel injector O-rings for like a gas motor, like an EV1, EV6 style fuel injector like you find on almost every car out there. So these O-rings here are slightly larger than these O-rings, but you can get them on there. And so what you do is pop one of those on there, oil it up, and then you take this and you reinstall it with the new O-ring on the end. Go ahead and install it, run it all the way down, and what it will do is it will grab that bottom pipe, and then when you unscrew it, the bottom pipe will come out. As you can see, it doesn't seat all the way down because that O-ring is bigger. So this is not saying that you can replace the factory O-rings with these fuel injector O-rings. Not at all. These things are not up to the task of 4,000 psi of oil. They're only up to the task of grabbing the bottom half of this standpipe so you can get out of the engine. So anyway, that done. I've got the air hooked back up so that I can air test again, obviously, before I put the valve covers on, because I don't want to button it up and still have a problem. So I hit the air, and music to my ears, I don't hear a damn thing. I've got no sound whatsoever. And what's cool, if I hit this little check valve here, so I'm going to shut off the air, so the tank is not connected to the vehicle anymore, and sit here and wait a little while. I did this before and waited several minutes, and I unhooked this. There you go. It is holding pressure. So it's at least holding 100 pounds of air pressure. So I think that I can say that the job is done here. My oil rail, or I should say my high pressure oil problem is fixed. So I'll probably put this together sometime later this week, get it fired back up again, and hopefully that's the end of it. All right, YouTube, have a good night. Bye.